Started with Meadows Law over a year ago. Since then, I've sat in on 2 circuit court trials and done a lot of work on misdemeanor municipal and felony cases here in West Virginia. Those 2 trials, I sat second chair with Dayton, and we were able to get an acquittal on both. The first trial was very interesting. It was kind of a dispute between brothers, and the evidence just wasn't there. The state did what they could. There's a lot of he said, she said, but we were able to counter that with direct questioning, putting together the fact that, all the evidence the state had was circumstantial, and none of it really proved each element of the crime that they had charged. Being in those circuit court trials, you have a client looking at you for answers, and sometimes the answer is, you got to wait and see what the jury says. In the meantime, you just control what you can. You cross-examine witnesses. You poke holes in the state's case, the evidence that they have. And a lot of that is assessing the mood of the jury and seeing how they react to the state's questions to witnesses, seeing how a jury reacts to state's evidence that they present, and seeing what they're skeptical about and zeroing in on those points. In West Virginia, juries are usually pretty skeptical of the state charging someone with a crime unless, the evidence is all there. And when it's not all there, and it's usually not, you can start poking holes in things. And a lot of times people don't like when, the state thinks that they can just charge someone with a crime, have a little bit of evidence, and then put them in jail. People don't like that. And, whether it's jury selection or, assessing the jury during and throughout the trial, you end up kind of shifting your focus depending on how they're reacting to things. And that's just a really important part.